Hi, I'm Derek Collins. I'm the Vice Chairman of the Irish Chamber of Commerce in Hong Kong, and this is our annual Rugby Sevens dinner, where we meet every year to celebrate Irish rugby and the Irish community plus others, colleagues and friends. And it runs just the week of the Irish Chamber, and this year we had Paul Wallace and Joe Roff. And it's our chance to promote Irish business and Irish culture in Hong Kong and promote rugby and what it stands for and Ireland's contribution to the world of rugby. The Irish community in Hong Kong, it's like 4,000 to 5,000 people, so it's quite a small community relative to other communities in Hong Kong. But we are a small community with a big message, I guess, is our story and ethos. So a small community, but well heard, and I hope well respected. I've been in Hong Kong nearly 3 years. It's my first time ever living in Asia, and it's been quite an experience. I think from an Irish perspective, it's probably an easy culture to accept. We have this great heritage of traveling around the world. So coming to Hong Kong, I think, is probably an extension of that. And Hong Kong was quite welcoming and open, and it's quite a multicultural environment, which definitely helps the experience of living here.
I'm Joe Roff, former Wallaby and Brumby, here in Hong Kong at the Irish Chamber of Commerce rugby event.
Paul Wallace, good to be here. Been a while since I've been in Hong Kong, 4 years. But I was here when we won the Grand Slam, and now I'm back when we won the Six Nations with Ireland. So it's a good time to be at an Irish function as well.
I'm currently working back in Canberra at the University of Canberra. The university is building a facility for the ACT Brumbies to come onto the campus and be part of the university life, and it's a very exciting time down there, and that's what keeps me busy, other than 3 children and getting out to the Brumbies to watch them, not much else.
After rugby, since I retired, I went working in a mainstream, working for a company called Jones Lang LaSalle in international investment in commercial property, and now work in a company called Burcroft, where we work in debt structuring of commercial property, but I also work in media as well, work for Sky Sports covering rugby, which is great because I can still stay involved in rugby and get to the games and meet old friends, and a bit like coming to the Sevens here, you're catching up with old friends and just good rugby people.
I always love coming to Hong Kong, around the Sevens, because it's not just about the rugby, it's about the festival, it's about the food, it's about the company. It's always fun here. There's such good energy and such good atmosphere around the Hong Kong Sevens. I love coming here every year, and always swear at the end of it that I'll never come back again. It's that much fun.
The food, the people, the different cultures, the way that the mix of all the various cultures, and I guess coming from Ireland, which we think we're somewhat developed, but you arrive in Hong Kong and you see how everything is happening, and you just go, this is a real centre of the world at the moment.
It's hard to go past holding up the William Webb Ellis Cup in 1999, Australia, playing in that match and winning the World Cup. That's the Everest of rugby. You can't beat that.
I have a lot of them, thank God. My favourite has to be, I suppose, winning against South Africa in 1997 with the Lions. But I've got a lot of close ones, like winning schools medals with my school, and getting my first cap, and going on tour with my 2 brothers for Ireland in 1998.
You have bloopers along the way. We were just talking about the time that Australia lost 43-6 to New Zealand at windy Wellington in mud and rain and shouting New Zealanders, and that was a long night. But there are very few bad memories. Rugby's great, whether you win or lose.
Breaking my leg very badly in Ravenhill in a Heineken Cup game for Saracens against Ulster.
I miss the company of the people. I miss the comradeship and the journey that you go on when you go on tour, or when you play, or when you strive to do great things. And I miss all of those things. But the beauty about being a rugby player is that you're always then a rugby player, and you get to come along to events like tonight and still enjoy and reflect and enjoy everything that's good about rugby.
I think what everyone will tell you, the camaraderie, and it's the fun. It's the when you're on tour, and I've been lucky to just be at the Manila 10s and then come to Hong Kong for the 7s, and you see all the squads together, and you see all the fun they're having, even though some of these guys are late into their 30s or 40s, but they still do it to go on tour. You know, I think it was one Glenn Webb from Wales once said, when he dies, he doesn't want to go to heaven, he wants to go on tour. And that's what it's all about. It's great to see all that, and being around all that here is great.
I'm very excited about the direction that the Wallabies are going in at the moment. I think there's some exceptional talent there. Ewan McKenzie's harnessing it very well. It is the pool of death, though. It's going to be very difficult to see how England, Wales and Australia are just going to bash each other throughout the round matches, and how those teams come out of that pool into harder quarterfinals and semi-finals will be very interesting to see. But I think the Australians have got the resilience and the talent to do it.
There were times before when said Ireland might be a dark horse. I never thought we were. Now's the time, because we got such a depth in the squad. I think the coaching staff are, in my opinion, the best coach in the world in Joe Schmidt, and his coaching staff have done an amazing job up front as well. We need to get a few maybe of our star players back on the pitch, like Sean O'Brien, Stephen Ferris, Tommy Bowe, but there's some great young players coming through. So even the team that's just won the Six Nations, there's guys hot in their heels, and that's what makes Joe Schmidt the coach that can make Ireland get better and better and be consistent, because we've always had a one-off, but we were never able to get a level of consistency over seasons. I think we're going that way.
The age of professionalism, it's a great game to be a part of, but you can never lose sight that the whole reason we start playing rugby is to enjoy it, to enjoy the combat, to enjoy the challenge, to enjoy the friendships that come from it. And that's for me the key to playing well in rugby.
Always play for your teammate, and if everyone does that.
100 meter sprint, what's your quickest time?
Sub 11.
Really? 100 meter sprint.
I don't know, but it certainly wasn't under 11.
Bench press.
167.5, not 170.
Wow. 1 rep max?
1 rep max.
That's pretty heavy. Chin-ups.
Ooh, no good.
Chin-ups.
Oh, I'm quite heavy, but it was about 12, 14, something like that.
Press-ups. Max.
Only at the beach.
Press-ups. Max.
Oh, when I was younger, I was quite small. I was getting 89. Choose me my party piece.
Favorite movie?
Shawshank Redemption.
Come on!
The Big Lebowski.
It's a good movie. Toughest opposition?
Jonah Lomu in his heyday.
As a prop, Gary Pagel, South Africa.
And the last question, best coach?
Ooh, Eddie Jones.
And last question, the best coach you've ever had?
Saria McGeechan. Sorry, Geach.
And I'd like to thank everybody at Rugby Asia Channel and Setanta, and I'll see you next year.